The Ruger 1022. It's been around for 54 years. It's loved by millions, including myself. This just so happens to be a takedown version. Other than that, I've made modifications to it. The TRS 200 tech sights, BX25 box trigger, and extended magazine release. All of which make this rifle much more enjoyable to shoot. However, there's still one more thing to change. The stock. What I choose to replace the stock with? The X-22 backpacker from Magpul. I'll get to all the reasons why later. But first, let's see what we have. Okay. Comes with, obviously, the most important part, which is the rear stock. Another cheek riser, and the handguard. This plug here is for tapered barrels. If you're running a bull barrel, you pull this out, but I'm running a standard barrel. Also comes with instructions. It would be nice to read those if you've never done this before, but you could do that at your own accord. We'll get to all the key features onto why I am replacing it in a little bit, but first, let's get this into its new furniture. That was easy, and it really is. So how do you do that? If you've never done this before, it's very simple. You only have 2 action screws, both of which are 5/32. You remove those. After you, of course, you take the rifle apart, get the barrel out of the way, take out the 2 action screws and the barrel clamp. Once those are off, the barrel is then ready for assembly. For that, you put on the handguard. You make sure you push it towards the back so it lines up. Tighten the front action screw to about 20 inch-pounds, or at least that's what Magpul says. The same thing with the rear receiver. Slides in the way it slid out of the old stock. You put in the 1 action screw. You torque to 20 inch-pounds, you put it together, and you are done. And what you're left with is a beautiful looking rifle. I think the stock looks gorgeous. I picked tan because I just like tan rifles. So why did I change the stock? Well, there's only one real reason for it. And if you've ever shot a 1022, especially one with a scope on it, or in my case, high-rise iron sights, you know exactly what I'm on about. This comb sucks. It's tapered and it's low. So whenever you go to get a cheek weld on it, you're scrounging around trying to figure out a comfortable position to get yourself in behind the optic. Or, in this case, the iron sights. And that is the main reason why I'm replacing the stock. If I overlay this stock to the original, obviously this one's higher because I have the higher cheek piece in there, but if I didn't, that would be in line with the back. And if I line up the relief for the receiver, you can see what I'm on about. It tapers a great deal to the back, and it's at least 1 inch to 1.25 inches lower at the rear point. So there's that one difference. While we're here, we can also show the second difference. It's a little bit hard to see, but there's much more relaxed grip on the Magpul stock. Almost like a gooseneck. And for me at least, this is much more comfortable than this style of stock, especially when shooting prone. I always have a hard time canting my wrist too far forward. So what this is going to allow me to do, don't need that right now. What this is going to allow me to do is have a much more straight forearm when I'm in the prone position. So for me, it's going to fit me a lot better. Another nice thing about this stock, which just so happened to be part of it, you do get some cool storage, such as this one little plug at the bottom of the pistol grip while we're here. A great place to store Allen keys for your action or for your sights, or extra batteries for an optic. Really great solution, and it is O-ring sealed, so it should be fairly waterproof. And as everyone already knows, it also comes with the storage under the comb. This insert in the rear comes out, so you can put like a 50-round box of ammunition in there, or extra magazines. And on the high comb version, you do have a little bit added space where if you wanted to hot glue little tools or something else in there. Really great idea from Magpul. I don't know why more stocks have that. Everyone else who's ever watched any of these videos on this stock also know that this should clip right inside, like so. As far as the front guard, there's nothing really to say. It is shorter by a fair amount than the factory guard. Is that going to make a difference for most people? Well, that's something you have to decide. For me, it does not, because it allows me a great purchase in the front where I can grab it and really pull it into my shoulder if I had to. One last thing that this stock has over factory stock is the option for a sling. So these are for quick release sling studs. They're not included with the stock. You have to purchase those separately. Link will be in the description. There's one here and one here. I do wish there was one farther forward, but this is better than nothing. I forgot to mention that I did toy around with the idea of getting a Kydex cheek riser for this. For some, that's also an option. I do like how they look in most cases, but when you start pricing them up, they're about 40 bucks. And 40 bucks versus 90 bucks, yeah, there's another $50 in there somewhere, but when you go to install a cheek riser on a factory stock, you have to drill holes so it ruins the stock, and sometimes they don't fit all that good, and you don't get the added benefits of, or at least I didn't get the added benefits from this stock, which is a nicer color for me, and the added storage inside the buttstock or in the pistol grip. That basically sums it up. What do I think? I think the stock is really nice. I think Magpul does a great job with the fit and finish of their products. I like the color combinations that they have. Tan, of course, being my most favorite. But if I couldn't do the tan, I'd probably go with the gray. The gray is another nice option. Reminds me of the Steyr Scout. And that's basically it. All right, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope someone found this to be at least useful, so this way they can put it towards their next purchase. If you liked what you watched, please like and subscribe. Thank you again.